let me tell you something right now. We went out to the garage sales, and this first item we picked up here is probably this is probably going to be the most important thing I ever talk about on the show. Yeah. This one's for the married guys out there. The guys with the wife, the screaming kids, the mortgage. All right? You sad sacks of shit. I'm one of them. Okay? And I know what it's like. Okay? A lot of people, they don't know what it's like to be slugging it out day after day. It's just, it's pure misery. I don't know how to put it for you, buddies. Listen, I want you to call your wife in here right now. Get her off the phone! Call her over to sit on the couch, even though you're on the phone right now. No, sit her down. Guys, you ever come home from work and you walk through the front door and you look around and you say to yourself, this house just isn't a home? You understand what I'm talking about? You know, as much as your wife goes to Home Goods and Target, and they come home with this garbage. Well, it's a basket, and when you're gonna and it's got fake moss, and these are glass pairs. They go in here like this, and this is what sits on your dining room table, and they're hanging pictures on the wall. They're not even photographs of your family hanging on the wall, or it's some goddamn metal thing, or they love writing on the walls. Eat, live, love. What? Stop writing on the walls. I got news for you right now. And you look at your TV stand and your furniture, and it's all made out of press board, and it's made in China. And all your appliances are made in China. And to be honest with you, when something breaks, it's like, who the fuck cares? And you look around and you say to yourself, I'm surrounded by shit. And nothing matters. Do you understand? Do you understand why we have this craze of mass shootings out there? Everybody's scratching their head. I can't understand it. I can't understand why this guy would go into a McDonald's and just unload the place with a machine gun. Because everybody's surrounded with shit. And when you understand that, you start to understand that nobody really cares about anything anymore. You see? So what I want every man to do out there right now, and I'm not joking around, you go on eBay right now, go to Craigslist, go out to a thrift store, go out to a garage sale, and you buy yourself a beautiful clock. Okay? And we're not talking about some fucking piece of shit Yahoo clock made out of quartz, where you open up the back and there's a AA battery sticking back there. No. When you open up the back of your clock, I want to see brass. Made in Germany. Do you understand? I want to see craftsmanship. Look what's going on back here. Do you see that? Oh my goodness gracious. It's beautiful. The mechanicalness of it. Do you understand? You develop a relationship with this piece of furniture. Do you understand? There's a symbiotic relationship here. You need it, and it needs you. Now you're saying to yourself, Bidham 1000, tell me how a fucking clock needs me. When you come home from work, you have to wind the clock. Do you understand? You open the door. This is your routine. You come home from work. You put on your slippers. You come over to your beautiful clock. that you love so much because it actually has fine joinery and real wood? Right. And you come and you wind the clock. The clock needs you. You have to oil the clock. You have to wind the clock. Yes. And it's your clock. And then, at night when you're curled up in bed, right? And the stockings are hung from the chimney with care. And here we go. You ready for this? And you got your covers like this, and I mean, listen to that. It reverberates through the house. You're like, who's coming? The ghost of Christmas past? A steam locomotive's gonna come through the bay window? Listen to that. I want you to listen to that. It's beautiful. Look what happens. Do you understand what happens here? I gotta speed it up a little. Here we go. Look at this. Little hammers. Look at the little hammers. I mean, listen, these little chimes in here. If you had your own little hammer, you could go in here and play, I don't know, Hot for Teacher? Alright, let's get serious here, guys. It's something that matters. It's craftsmanship. Do you understand? We paid $20 for this clock at an estate sale. It was right up there on the shelf. They're not very expensive to be... Well, this particular one is not very expensive to begin with. But I suggest you go out there and you buy yourself an expensive one. One that you really like. Don't settle. Get yourself one that you really like. And fill your home with warmth. You see? And it's always great to hear that, you know, that sound. Listen to that sound. It's the sound that, as you listen to it, you realize that time marches on and you're one step closer to death. Oh no, it's time. Did you ever sit there and wonder about time? As you hear the tick and the tock of the clock, you wonder about time. When did you ever wonder about time? When it's on your phone screen, you look at your phone screen, you don't wonder about time. Here you actually wonder about it. Okay? You tune the clock. Week by week. You don't have to wind it every day. Every 7 days. Yeah. It's wonderful. Bring warmth into your home. Bring something that matters into your home. I would love to get my dream is to get a grandfather clock, like the one from Twilight Zone. Remember the guy who works on the grandfather clock? He can't let it stop because he realizes if the clock stops, then he dies. He's sitting there oiling, winding every day. I mean, come on. I would love to have a grandfather clock, but I think my wife would probably slam me into the cabinet and put me out by the curb on a hand truck with it. All right, here we go. You want a fucking garage sale tip of the day? Here we go. You ready for this? If you ever go to a garage sale and there's tools, there's always tools there, right? But you don't got fucking time. You're looking for video games, for Christ's sake. Just look, when you scan the tool table, just look for blue handles, guys. All right? Because then you know you're getting channel lock pliers. Look at this. Made in the USA, baby. Pennsylvania. Again, quality cutting pliers that you'll have for the rest of your life. You'll give these to your son, who can then ruin them in his, early teenage years. Right, but it doesn't matter, because you're passing them down. Here we go, channel lock pliers. You're going to say, well, I can get pliers at Harbor Freight. Yeah, well, guess what, buddy? Sure. You can get pliers at Harbor Freight. Let me show you something. Look at this. You see that? You see that light coming through there? I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. You know what those are called? Shit pliers! See these babies right here? Look at these channel locks. These are like $30. You understand? We get them for $1 at the garage sales. See any light through there? There's actually a gap right there, but that's supposed to be there. You see any light through those cutting pliers? I don't know if you can see anything. I got this asshole flashlight in your face. Anyhow. You pick them up for $1. Look at this. You can't go wrong. You understand? You want to know the crime of it all? When you go to an estate sale and it's like, I don't know, dad dropped dead, mom dropped dead. You can always tell when you go inside the house which one dropped dead. Because if mom dropped dead, then the house has like, the deer lamp next to the sofa. And what happens with... Then the dopey kids come in and sell everything off. I go into this guy's, he's got like a downstairs shop. And all his tools they have piled up for sale. They like took them out of all the drawers, just threw them on top of the workbench. And on top of the workbench is this fucking honorable discharge. Like 1940 something. Like right after World War II is honorable discharge from the Marines. It's just laying there in a pile of tools. For sale? I was going to buy it. I couldn't bring myself to buy it. I couldn't bring myself to buy it. And here it is, his son. It's going to just sell off his father's honorable discharge plaque. How, what? What are we talking about here? Channel lock pliers. Channel lock pliers. Made in this country! We pick up this thing right here, and I gotta tell you right now, I know what you're thinking. I was thinking the same thing. What the fuck is this? And I look at the back, and I saw this thing, and I said to myself, I want to look in the local paper, and like the paper even exists anymore, and find a band that's looking for a guitarist. And I want to get a guitar strap because it's got provisions for a strap on here. And I want to walk in like, all right, shut up. That thing's pissing me off already. Here we go. Yeah, and walk in with my guitar strap and like, hey guys, somebody looking for a guitarist? I mean, number one, I look at this thing and it says designed. First thing I say, designed by Suzuki Corporation. Suzuki. Yeah, the same guys that make motorcycles. And I'm like, wow, how interesting. It's the Unisynth electric guitar. And that's a true electric guitar right there. So I'm like, oh, this thing's a fucking goof, right? So as I'm looking at it, I see there's a switch on there. I turn it on. And I do one of these. And like the whole garage sale turns around and I'm like, pressure's on. No. But listen to that. And I was blown away, like the sensitivity on the string. Something else. It's like real, almost like real, it's real guitar strings. And the thing that blew me away was different good sounds, of course, a rougher guitar. And it's got a fretboard, but the fretboard doesn't have buttons on it. It's just plastic. But it recognizes. It recognizes the different frets beautifully. I wish I knew how to do a chord for you. I'll fake it. Alright, I don't want my coffee mug to shatter. Alright, so here we go. And it's got... I don't know how to play guitar for you. Alright? If that's what you're waiting for, it's not going to happen. Here we go. It's got different sounds. I mean, I'll play no quarter. All right. But listen, all these different. Oh my God! I'm gonna wait for my wife to go to sleep, and I'm gonna come down the hallway like this. Are you kidding me? You can't have endless fun. I wish I was young again with my little sister. I would have tortured her with this thing. Oh my God. It's got a palm mute on here. It's got all sorts of things. We got brass. Your ears bleeding yet? All right, let's go. That was my Gene Simmons, by the way. All right. Not to mention, if you want to. Oh. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. I got this. Ready? I gotta turn this off. This thing's driving me nuts already. Here we go. It's even got. It looks like it had a whammy bar at one time. It has something that'll screw in there. We got a screwdriver to go in there. Screwdriver. Oh, there we go. Oh, it goes right in. I think that's a whammy bar. Ah! What, are you kidding me? That sounds like Earthworm Jim. Alright, enough of this thing. Jesus Christ. I don't even know where to put all this crap. All right, let's talk a little bit about the elephant in the room here. We go to a garage sale. We got the beautiful, come on, little Sansui 1010 out here, okay? The receiver that I'm absolutely in love with. Guys, you know how long it took me to set up this rig? You have no idea what I do for the show. Okay. Here we go. All right. I had the cartridge downstairs. I was working on it, so I had to put it on. Okay. Here we go. I'm so excited about this. Listen, guys. We found these speakers at a garage sale. Now, hang on a second here. I'm no audiophile. I'm going to tell you. I'll be the first one to tell you that right now. The speakers that we have are these Polk. Okay, they're Polk. Where's the serial number? RT25Is. I love them, but I have nothing to reference them against. I mean, I've had speakers in the past, but they're long forgotten. So this is what we have now. We found them in the trash. Okay? So it's like, I'm in a wonderful spot right now where we can find new speakers, right? And that's why I brought them out here, because I want you to hear them, and I want you to tell me what you think of the sound. And we're gonna go to battle right now. So I found these speakers at a garage sale, and the first thing that got me, okay, is I picked them up, and I'm like, oh my God, you got to be Paul Anderson to get these off the ground. They weigh a fucking ton. I said to the lady, I said, how much for the speakers? She said, $5. I'm like, I'm out of here. I gave it a 5 and I ran. I can tell you something right now about audio equipment, okay? The weight of a piece of audio equipment is directly proportional to the value of it. And that goes with most things in life. Oh yeah. So we turn and we look, and they are ROR, that's Audio Research, right here in Flushing, New York, Queens. So that's the second bone of pop, right there, heavy, made in New York. What's made in New York now? There's probably a Korean restaurant where this factory used to be. They're the Type C's. Now, what do? I love to come home and start researching. Yes, reading all about these speakers. So I read about them, and they're designed by Ted Rothstein, I think. I don't know. He's a guy that does studio monitors, basically. And then I start reading in forums and whatnot, and there's not a lot of information about these speakers. But from what I understand, these were the preferred studio monitors for Eddie Van Halen and Roger Waters of Pink Floyd. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So this one has a little laminate damage on the front here. That's no problem. We can fix that. And it has these god awful dust covers that are like, I don't know, they look like fish tank filters. They're reminiscent of like the JBL L100s, right? That kind of material. And it smells like an old basement. I love it. It just smells like old. I probably just poisoned myself with like microbes, and I don't care. Here we go. So what a beautiful little speaker. It has these paper cones with this like embossed fabric surround. Yes. 4-inch, and a tweeter, and it looks like, yes, it looks like these I don't know if you call it woofer, they share the same enclosure. Look at that. See, you move one and the other one comes out. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Yes. So that leads us to this right here. We got this package the other day. I opened it because it came in a huge box and I wasn't really sure what it was, and I got so excited that I wound up opening the whole thing because I wanted to see if the lyric sheet was in there. Here we go. All right, now. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for a copyright strike? Because I am. Fuck it, right? Come on! Guys. Is that the most amazing album cover ever made? It has to be. Guys, this is Iron Maiden, 1980s. Let me bring you back to 1987. Iron Maiden, Somewhere in Time. Look at this. It's like Blade Runner and Terminator rolled up into one. This is 1980s sci-fi. And do you know where Iron Maiden was at this time? They're just rolling off the World Slavery Tour. I mean, it's the biggest tour probably they've ever done, as far as I know. Rock in Rio, this type of thing. They were such a well-oiled machine at this point. Okay? We're talking about Number of the Beast, Peace of Mind, and Power Slave, and now we're rolling into this, and they did something here. This is there's such a well-oiled machine at this point. Everybody's on their top game, baby. Top game. I mean, songs like Wasted Years, Long Distance Runner, Alexander the Great, Somewhere in Time, Stranger in a Strange Land. Do you understand? This has some of the most beautiful guitar solos that you're ever going to hear in your fucking life. Alright? It has basically part 2 of Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, which I believe Alexander the Great, Heaven Can Wait, Sea of Madness, Deja Vu. I mean, look at the back of this cover. This was the first Iron Maiden record that I didn't get on cassette. I actually got it on vinyl. Yeah, because it was my birthday, and I was so impatient that I went to the record store, and they didn't have the cassette. They just had the record, and I said, I'm not leaving here without it. You know, listen, when you don't have a car and mom's driving you around, you're not going to the music store every day. So we were going there, and it was like, we're not going there for another week or two in that particular mall or whatever it was, probably TSS. We won't be back for another week or two, Jack. I ain't waiting. I could fall off my bike and die tomorrow. So we got it on vinyl. My parents had a record player in the living room, and I would listen to this album and stare at the cover and look at this and look at this. This is why I love records, baby. And you stare at this album cover. It's Derek Riggs' masterpiece. Okay? You know what used to bother me about this? I'm like, Eddie didn't have a bulge. That really bothered me. I'm like, what has he got? No dick? Depressing. You could have put a little something there, Derek. It's just a little something. Oh my God. So now we listen to our record. Yes. And we have the lyrics on the back. I could sit there and drool over the lyrics. But let's do this. Let's do this. While we're in the process of getting a copyright strike, let's pit these speakers against one another. Okay? And I think the best way to do that is with the solo from Stranger in a Strange Land. I love it. Here we go. Look at this little Sansui. By the way, behind the Sansui, she's got 2 outlets. So accommodating. So compliant. She wants you to hook other equipment into her. We put the record player into the switched plug, so when you turn on the Sansui, it turns on the record player. What a relationship! It's stereo equipment looking after other pieces of stereo equipment. Yes. Yes, I'm in. All right, let's get it plugged in. Okay. Got her on. We're going to turn her on. Yes. Loudness. All our settings from last time are basically the same. And here we go. These are the polks. We have the polks on first. Okay. Oh my God, brand new vinyl. Oh my God, fewer things in this life are so satisfying. Sea of Madness. Stranger in a Strange Land. Here we go. Alright. Let's find this spot. How did I hit the auto return? We got it quartz locked. Okay, here we go. Alright, here we go. Here we go. The bass. Shitting me? Are you shitting me? Okay. Woo! Let's see what these babies can do. I gotta tell you, I am so excited. I have never heard these before. Okay, here we go. Audio research. Type C. Here we go. Turn the volume down, get to the right part. Okay, here we go. They're bright, baby. Paper cones. Those babies are bright. They are. That's the paper cone for you. That's the paper cone, and I guarantee it's that fabric surround. Oh my God, they sound terrific. I think the Polks have a little more in the bass side. You know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna put one on the left channel, one on the right channel, and we'll balance back and forth, and we'll go to the solo. Alexander the Great. Come on, baby. Copyright strike. Tear the video down. I didn't put the needle up. What an animal I am. Okay. All right. Guys, you don't have a record player yet? Huh? What's wrong with you? You didn't go out and buy a record player? Rediscover your music. Rediscover it. Yeah. That's right. Okay, Alexander the Great. Here we go. Let's figure out what channel's which here. Alright. Okay, perfect. Right channel, polk. Left channel, audio research. Okay, here we go. I'll put them both together first. Audio research. Polk. Audio research. We go polk. I gotta tell you, the audio research is strong, baby. Guitar solo, audio research. Polk. Audio research. Together. Guys, I gotta say, I think we got a winner here. Those audio researches are so clear. There's so much clarity there. Am I wrong? Let's switch back to, we're gonna switch back to the audio research, and I'm gonna hit you with the guitar solo from Long Distance Runner. And then we're out of here. Okay. Number one, the concept of having a song about a long distance runner is absolutely ridiculous. But I'm in. Sip of coffee for that one. I'm in. But when this solo breaks out, it's one of the I mean, this guitar solo is like, you feel like an eagle soaring. I know it sounds cliche, but you feel like you're soaring. This is the way. This has to be Dave Murray, by the way. I'm sorry. Let's face it. It's Dave Murray. All right. Don't ruin that dream for me. That's the dream I always had. That was Dave Murray, and here, me and Dave Murray holding hands, soaring above a mountain as he plays this guitar solo. It's incredible. It's incredible. I'll hold Dave Murray's hand. I will. He was like the gentle guy in the band, right, Dave Murray? He's always like, the true artist. I mean, he's a true artist. And he had those rosy cheeks like Santa Claus. Come on, I'm in. I'm in. And I want you to pay attention. Nico, for once in his life, is following the guitar solo on the ride. He's just accenting with the ride, and it'll probably come through beautifully in these bright speakers. Let's do it. All right. We're on. All right. Let's see if we can get right to that solo here. Volume down. Oh yeah, the lead up to this solo is great. Bruce Dickinson. Here we go. Hold on. It's driving, you understand? You're running long distance. Here it comes. All right, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh, the anticipation. Here we go. Come on, Bruce. I got neighbors. For Christ's sake. Guys, you just tuned into the greatest video game program. Even though we didn't talk about video games today! What do we gotta do it every day? In the history of human civilization. And you better believe that. With a 4K